In 1992, the emergence of Academy and Tech High School brought together a group of young men eager to make their mark on the local gridiron. The emergence caused some uneasiness around the Erie area, and it was thought the program would take some time to develop. But head coach Tim Holland and his staff and players saw an opportunity to blend two fine schools and mold them into a Metro and District 10 powerhouse.
We knew we'd benefit from the merging of the two schools. We just didn't know how long it was going to take. The program came together a little quicker than I think what everybody thought it would.
We thought we had a pretty good team at Academy, but with the merger with Tech, we got a lot of key positions that we needed help in, and that just solidified our team.
Some players didn't come back on the football team, and I think the other players realized that we meant business now and we're going to have a good football team.
At first, when we first closed down the school, I didn't really like it because Academy was just emerging as starting to come back and be a good team, but then we combined and got with each other, around each other. I figured that it would probably be better for both schools.
After a disappointing 3-5 season in 1992, the Falcons realized better things were yet to come. 1993 would see the return of an entire starting squad from 92. And while the press was predicting early success, Holland's camp was focusing on the basics. Their first test of the season was Meadville, where they suffered a loss last year.
If they knew they were playing a Meadville team they felt they should have beat the year before. And we're a little worried going down in Bulldog country, but the bus ride down, we could see these kids were focused. You could just feel the electricity on that bus that these kids were planning on winning that football game. Mercyhurst, we didn't know what to expect with the new coach taking over the reins there. We knew they had some good ball players, a very good linebacker. They came out and they hit us very hard early in the game, but our offense got flowing and we didn't have too much trouble with them.
boogie for you. Are you ready for the football? Cause it's Monday night. In the end zone, on the run, and get rowdy, get up, and have some fun. In New York and LA and DC, cause the big game each week is all ABC. Now are you ready to get rocked? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready for America's #1 primetime action show? We're gonna make you smile and get rid of your blues, dude. Boogie for you. I bet you're ready for some football. It's the game of the week that's coming your way. Monday night football, and it's time to play. Are you ready to ride? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready for America's #1 primetime football show? We're gonna make you smile and get rid of your blues and do the Monday night football boogie for you. Are you ready for the football?
East was kind of a wake-up call. We knew they had Cliff Crosby, who was an all-state candidate at that time, and we knew we had to shut him down. But we really didn't think East would shut our offense down like they did at halftime. And second half, we had the wake-up call, and our kids began to play ball, and then we dominated the game from there out.
Let's do it! Let's go for the Falcons team! Here we go now! G! G-O! Let's go for the Falcons team! Fight! Let's do it! Let's fight for the Falcons team! Here we go! S! R-T-A-T! Let's fight for the Falcons team! Let's do it!
Do it again. It's up. Number 9, Eric.
put the emphasis on the football that we do over here in the United States, and they seem to make it a lot of fun for their kids, and even when they're getting beat, they still seem to be having fun out on the football field. Eric Quinn started the game off on the first place, scoring right off the bat. Chuck Carson had a great game going for us. And I think 7 different ball players scored. Even some of our defensive kids got a chance to play some offense and had a good game. Vincent was a game that our kids were pointing for. They upset us in 1992. We felt we were a better team that year, but they jumped on us early and beat us. And I think our kids, that was one game they were pointing for. We had very little problem that week getting our kids up. In fact, we had 2 weeks really to prepare for them. We kind of looked through the St. Catherine's game, pointing to Vincent. We knew they were a well-coached football team, but our kids rose to the occasion, and we had a great game that night.
At the midway point of the season, the Falcons were 5-0 and on their way to their first winning season. It was apparent some much-needed leadership had emerged to blend the team together, and the senior class was ready to accept the challenge.
The senior squad, we've been together for 4 years, and, they're a great bunch of guys, and I'll never forget playing with them. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of memories between us.
I've been playing with them for the past 4 years, and it meant a lot to us this season. We played together. This is our final season. The success we had this season. So, it really meant a lot to me and probably the whole other team that how good we did.
And I think this is the first year that the senior leadership really was apparent. These kids that started for us since they were sophomores knew what they had to do, and they were the leaders of the team, and we looked to them. We looked for everybody to perform in certain situations, and they all did make big plays in a certain situation. So that senior leadership was the reason why we were successful this year.
All of the seniors, they really stuck together throughout the year, came up with a lot of leadership. I wasn't really a vocal part of the team, but, I just went out on the field and did what I had to do. But we had a lot of leadership and vocal people on the field, too.
We all felt the same about winning, and we all just gelled together because we're all just like a family almost. We never fought or anything like that, so it was just a lot easier than before. We didn't know each other that much, but after experiencing last year together, and then all the seniors, we're just ready for this year.
The second half of the season would dictate just how good the Falcons were. They were yet to gain the respect they deserved thus far, but that would soon change, because the task ahead was not an easy one. They would face some of their toughest opponents yet in Ohio's Warren Harding and Erie's McDowell Trojans and Prep Ramblers.
Other of all football games, we're going down to play a very good Ohio football team. The Erie teams weren't having any success. McDowell Prep were losing the Ohio teams, and we were playing one of the powerhouses. We didn't know what to expect. We had scouted them. They were a very big team, a quick team, and our kids just stayed right with them. And when that triple overtime, our kids didn't fail under the crunch. They came back, and Eric made an excellent run, broke it off for 20 yards, and came out with a triple overtime victory. And I think that's when I told our kids that they shouldn't lose another football game the rest of the year.
supposed to go down there and beat those guys. You know, those guys, without a doubt, were bigger than us. They maybe were a little quicker than us. But, you know, we played very hard that game, and we beat them. And we knew that once we beat them, that there was nobody that in Metro that was going to beat us.
You know, when it was tied 7-7, I don't think Coach Holland really thought that we were going to win the game. You know, he thought as a tie, okay, let's go home. But, you know, we said, let's go. You know, we can win this game. You know, we knew that we knew our defense was playing really well there, and we knew we could pull it out in overtime.
They were a really tough team. Up to then, we hadn't played anybody that tough, you know, as far as our type of competition. So once we beat Warren Harding, we knew we could probably compete with anybody in high school football.
I don't think we really gained the respect of the Erie fans even by beating Warren Harding. We're going to have to go out and prove it against the big McDowell team, who we kind of ranked them as #1 preseason. Our kids went out, created 5 fumbles early in the game. We jumped on them early, and we were still a little disappointed after the game that people were saying, you know, it was turnovers and breaks, but they failed to realize our kids created these breaks, and they did a great job, and from then on we knew we were flying high. Elyria Catholic, very good program. They've been in the playoffs 7 out of the past 10 years. We knew they'd come in with a fine football team, a well-coached team, and it was kind of a dogfight. We jumped on them early. They came back on us, but I think Mo Troop probably had one of his greatest games. He was 20 for 28 passing, and we just took them out of the ball game with our passing game. We showed that we could run the ball and pass the ball now. Well, the past 2 years we gave Prep real good football games up till the last 7 minutes, and we seemed to falter, and Prep would open the game up on us. And this year our kids were determined they were going to beat Prep. It was kind of disappointing when we fell behind 14-13. We should have taken them out of the game very early, and we let them back in. But I think this is when our kids really showed a lot of heart. Mo hitting Rob Barney with 2 key passes, and we came back to win the game. And again, it showed the caliber of kids that we had. They didn't quit. They were going to come back.
We were down 14-13. I think 8 minutes left, and we had the ball and we just drove it down the field and scored. People didn't really realize how tough we were until how we came up here and Prep came back and was up 1 point, and we just came back and won the game.
We felt we were going to play 2 teams that we had beaten earlier in the season, and like you said, it's very tough to beat a good football team twice in one season. Meadville came up, fired up, but again, Eric Quinn came through with a great game, great running game. Mo's passing in that game aided us a lot, and we were able to handle Meadville the second time around. We're confident going into the game knowing that we handled McDowell the first time around. We felt that they didn't respect us for the game because they thought they played a better game the first time. And we just had to prove a point to them that we were a better football team. And our kids came out and they played ball. We established early field position. And, you know, it was a tougher game than the first time around, which we knew it would be. But our kids just showed a lot of heart.
But you know and I know there's one little mark. There's one little mark. If you just had an eraser, if you just had something to take it away, I know what mark it is. You know what mark it is? It's that team right over there in that other locker room. It's Central.
Everybody was very quiet in the locker room. Nobody said too much. We just was there to take care of business. We wanted that championship bad, and that was just the goal. That was the main goal of the season, because if we won District 10, we knew early in the season we had to win the Metro Championship. So that was just everybody just focused on it. Very quiet, not too much spoken about it. Everybody just went and played the game.
It felt real good, you know, to know that we were the champs and know that we had really, you know, just took Quad A District 10 and, you know, beating the Prep, beating McDowell twice, you know, beating like Strong Vincent you know, we were just looking ahead, you know, not looking back anymore, because we were happy just to get out of District 10 because we knew a lot of those teams wanted us.
We did our celebrating over the weekend, and then we told the kids, okay, now we're pointing one game at a time again as we work our way through the state. And our opening game we knew would be a tough one with Dubois, and we played that one in a quagmire of mud, which was our disadvantage. But Chuck Carson, Eric Quinn just carried the ball very well that night, and we beat a very good Dubois team. We saw Hollidaysburg play prep. They played prep very strong, and we knew that they were a good caliber ball club. Again, another 3 inches of rain falling on us. We were thinking of changing our name from the Falcons to the Ducks. And the kids just seemed to play well in the rain, and they shocked us early with a touchdown, but then our kids just came storming back and took full control of that football game. Eric Quinn had an outstanding night, I think 238 yards that night, and I think that's when they recognized he was an all-state tailback.
All right, guys, bring it in. Shake hands, bring them out. Ready to go. 7:30 now.
Well, we're going into the Western Finals. We were confident going into the Western Finals. We had, looked over the game tapes that they had. We felt that we belonged on the field with them. Pittsburgh papers weren't giving us much recognition. In fact, they had us picked to lose by 18. I think that was incentive for our ball players to go out and really prove themselves. And I think a couple turnovers at key points in that game is what took us out of the football game. Yet right near the end, we were down there on the 3-yard line and we were threatening. And I think that opened the eyes up of everybody in the state. As the one comment was, we seemed to gain more recognition by that loss than we did by going 13-0. Right after a game like that, hearts are broken, kids felt bad, but I think, this is one thing about young people. let a half hour go by, and they seem to snap out of it, and they find out it's not the end of the world, that life is going to go on, and they begin to focus on other things down the road. And the kids handled it very well. I think they probably handle it better than the coaching staff does.
Maybe just a little bit more effort. Maybe we could have been, win the whole way, but you can't ask for more. 13-1, District 10 champs, Metro champs, undefeated in the Metro, and there not too many people have done that. It's going to be good to say that. I played on a 1993 Central High football team that went all the way to the Western Final and lost to nationally ranked North Hill.
We had our chances, but we didn't. We had it, but we lost it.
We could have won it had we gotten more breaks, done a few things better. So, there's no shame in us losing to them because we really did compete with them.
The thing that hurts the most is, when we lost to North Hills, I don't feel that we played our best game, and it just hurts to lose more like that.
It was just a few mistakes on our parts that lost it for us. Without the mistakes, I feel we could have won the game.
We have to be thankful for these seniors and thankful for the season that we had with these guys. They knew what their job was. Their job was to build a program and get the foundation started, which they did. They got the foundation started. Where we go from here, we just keep building. It might be another layer of foundation, but we're going to have to just keep going, and we've got good kids to keep going. But they have to hope, and we have to hope as the attitudes from these seniors rub off. If it rubs off, we'll keep building. If not, we're gonna struggle. But I don't think so. I think our kids were taught real well as sophomores and juniors that were on the team from these guys, and we'll take over, and I think we're going to keep building right from here.
We sort of poured the cement, and now it's just up to the rest of the players next year to dry it up, because we just started something that this school really needed, just tradition. Now it's a tradition of Central football to be winners.